Welcome to the Don't Get Tricked podcast, and it's your boy, Big Lee.
And you know, it's your girl, Drea.
And we are here with Toniece Evans. Hello, thank you, special guest, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
We doing great. How you doing?
I am great. Can't complain.
I see you on the move in the car, ready to get around this.
Yeah. Why not? I do a lot of my podcast little things I post on Facebook and Instagram in the car, so I figured it fits, so might as well do it in the car.
Yeah, it fits your what you. Hey, we take the car. This is my home, so, and my wall, so it fits too, I guess.
Right, exactly.
So, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, and so that our viewers, know who they are hearing.
Awesome. So I go by the name of Toniece. I'm an all-around entertainer. I act, I model, I sing, I write, I direct, and I produce. I have a web series on YouTube called My Dating Life Sucks. It's just short comedy sketches on different dating experiences. I actually go into production this weekend. I'm filming a project that I created, I wrote, and I am the executive producer, called Three Femme Fatales. It's about three females that take over the drug game in Tampa. And I also have a radio segment on Keeping It Real Underground Radio. You can download the app. My segment is every Thursdays at 8, called From the Car to the Table.
Okay, and one of my partners and people behind Don't Get Tricked is a friend of yours, and that's how we connected.
Yeah.
Is he that movie or show that he performed?
Yeah, so he's actually participated in My Dating Life Sucks. He was in the episode Catfish, and he also is a main cast in Three Femme Fatales. His role is Keith. So yeah, I've done a lot of work, a lot of film work with Daniel.
Okay, yeah. I seen obviously I knew him for years, and seeing that he was getting into the acting world.
Yeah.
I think I'd be pretty good at acting. What you think?
No, you want to be a comedy, okay?
Well, do comedy, and
Well,
I'm pretty funny. So if you need me to drive to Tampa, let me know.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. I will hold you to that.
Yeah, but this one, if you looking for drama series, then you got one.
First of all,
Got you.
Okay. That was one of my things.
So,
hey.
You said you got a web series, My Dating Life Sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is our second season, and we want to get into relationships and talk about relationships, marriage. We're both married with kids, and is that something you're looking forward to doing, or like what's your plan? You want kids, and that work.
It's interesting because when I was in my 20s in high school, I remember saying to everyone in my family, I never wanted to get married, never wanted to have kids. I was just so focused on my career and just climbing the ladder. Out of college, I had my first full-time job with benefits, that was just my focus. But now I'm 37 and I find myself oh, wait, you know what? I kind of do want that. So I'm open to it. I'm open to finding my life partner, finding my husband and building a family. But I am 37, so we'll see how that works.
And me personally, I had my first biological son. I got two daughters, but they were with a previous relationship, and I took on to be their stepfather. Biological son was 35. So it wasn't, where I got friends that had babies in high school where now they graduate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I kind of I was part of the late crowd of getting into it, and at one point I thought I didn't know if I was going to have my own or not.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to dwell or stress on that. Yes, I am getting up in age. I'm not a spring chicken, but I do believe whatever is meant to be will be. I I definitely believe in God, so I stay in prayer. And I know He hears my heart's desires, but that's not my focal. Like, that's not something I'm out here stressing about. Like, is that my husband? Is that my future husband? No. Like, it's going to happen. I know that. I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I had my first child at the age of 24, finna turn 25.
Mm.
That was like last year. Remember, she only like 20.
Oh.
I'm lying, okay? So, yes, I actually had my child when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
I was very upset because I wanted to, finish out college. I didn't want no kids.
Yeah.
But growing up, I've always said, I want a family, I want a husband, I want kids, But at that time, I did not want a child. I wanted to finish my my college life,
Right.
fun.
Right.
So, so I had a baby then, moved on, came back home, dropped out of I'm in college, and I guess I can say I met my husband, huh? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I met my husband, and we just had our first child together. And
he's in the same boat as me with like his first kid, and he's the same age as I am, 37.
Okay.
So
okay.
Right. So
it's one of those situations. Like I said, you don't know when it's gonna come. It can happen,
Right.
And it's something. Say we don't stress about it. I didn't stress about like if I didn't have it. And I got one of my friends, that I know here in Florida. He don't want kids. He went and got a vasectomy.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure, like he said, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's younger than me. And he had it already for about, I want to say about 4 years, 5 years.
Oh wow. Wow.
And stuff. So,
wow.
Some people, they just don't want kids.
They don't. I mean, and that's pretty permanent. I'm glad I didn't make any drastic or permanent decisions when I was young, because I definitely was adamant about it. Like, it was not happening. I did not see myself with kids or a husband. And I think that's because, so I'm an only child. My mom had me when she was 19. And she would always just be like, you're not having any siblings. Like, you're lucky you're here. Like, that was her whole focus. She does not like kids, So I was like, okay, well, I don't want kids either. Like, I see what it looks like to have one child and like all the hardships that come with just one child. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, I don't want that life either. And then even just to see her relationships with men too, like witnessing that, like as a child, you kind of take those things in. It's just like, okay, I don't want that for myself. So I think a lot of that played into why at that age I didn't want that. But as you get older and you mature and you kind of grow and you see other relationships, healthier relationships, it's like, okay, that is possible. And I kind of want that for myself.
And another thing, like you see women that go in their career when they invested into that, especially when you want to try to move up. And then next thing you know, it's like, that just time goes by. And it's like, I'm already 34.
Yeah.
I'm in the position I want to be in. But
right.
Now I want more.
Right. So true. Like, so, went to college. 2 years later, went and got my master's in business. I'm actually in my doctoral program. Like, I'm almost done. But I reached this crossroad where maybe 2 years ago, I realized this is not the path that I want to take anymore. So like all these years, I thought this is what I wanted. I thought this was the level of achievement that I saw myself. And I realized how unfulfilling it was. I was miserable, and the arts really became my outlet. And I realized, wait, this is actually my passion. So all these years, I'm up here, staying in school, thinking like this is the path I'm supposed to be taking. And now I done did a complete turnaround and not even using it, like not for what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah.
So it feels like I wasted, but like, I hate to say I wasted years. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like, all of those years allowed me to grow and kind of learn about myself and really become the woman that I am, you know? So everything happens for a reason.
Yes. A lot of people change their minds once they, get the degree and stuff. I know when I was in,
Yeah.
I changed it a couple of times. So.
Mm.
Yeah.
I even asked the guy, my friend, I'm like, what if you are with somebody and they want children? Because that man, and I'll tell you, that was an issue with me and my ex. Because I wanted children. She had her tubes tied because she had 2 kids.
Yeah.
So it was one of those, like, and now I got to think, okay, I wanted to have children. Do I want to continue this because I want to be with her? But she had the point, she had 2. She don't want to do that no more. Because she was older than me, so it turned out we didn't end up being together.
Yeah.
Worked out.
Yeah. You have to have those honest conversations up front, though.
Yeah.
Like my last relationship, it was like a couple of months, and he made it clear that he didn't want kids, and I made it very clear that there was an expiration date on this. You know what I mean? So obviously we're not together because what's the purpose? I know what I want. I'm very clear on that.
Right.
I date for a purpose. So okay, you don't want kids, that's fine. We can be friends. So.
And you might have said it, but what was the sign that it was like, okay, that made it switch? Like, okay, no, I do want this.
I guess just years that's gone by, and just me getting older and just realizing like that mentality when I was younger was because I was trying to reach this level of what I thought a success was.
Yeah.
And you wake up one day and it's like, wait, no, that's not truly what success is. You know what I mean? And so then you become open to other lifestyles. And so because I realized like I don't want to climb this corporate ladder anymore, there is a possibility there. The whole idea of marriage and kids is okay. Like that's not going to interfere with that lifestyle of climbing the corporate ladder, So I think that was like the turning point for me, because I realized that's not the path that I want to go into. And of course, you want a companion, you want your life partner, you want someone that you can grow old with. And I want to see my seed. I want to see what that looks like. I am kind of curious, So I don't know if that sounds selfish, but and then I've been working with kids. Like my career has been with kids since I've been like 14. So I know the ability is there. That nurturing is naturally there. So why not?
Yeah. No, it's definitely like I said, once I have my 2 daughters, and I've got with them, there were 2 and 3 going on 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing my son when he looks identical to me, like a blessing, and be able to see him from once he entered, the earth, and where he is going on 2 now.
Right.
So it's a blessing, and definitely something I think people should all want,
Right.
Even if it ain't like your own and you adopt, and being able to raise children. That's why I take pride in my 2 stepdaughters.
That's awesome.
They're going on, they're 14 and 15 now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're, pretty much young woman, and me help mold them, is what I said, and, why I always decided to stay in their life. So.
Yeah. That's cool. That's dope.
And so what I asked you talked about dating. What's some of the like differences you see now where, trying to date in our 30s compared to our 20s? Like, I give an example. For me, I would say it's probably like dating apps and stuff like that. I think it's more access to it. I know back in the day, I might be dating myself. People probably they'd be like, "What the hell is that?" But they had Black Planet. I ain't see as many dating sites. Now you got even Facebook allow you to do dating thing on there.
That was a natural thing.
Yeah,
and,
even though some women I have told me there's like they still feel scared, because I know a lot of men be creeps on there.
Right.
And stuff.
Without a doubt. And it can become really overwhelming. And I think because these online dating apps allows like just easy accessibility.
Yeah.
everyone just becomes a little too picky, you know what I mean? And it just really feels unnatural because I don't feel like that would happen in a real life setting, you know? Oh, I'm going to swipe left on this person, swipe left on this person until I get to the right one. That doesn't happen in real life, you know? So everyone is just too picky. I I'm not going to say I'm not open to dating apps. I just feel like it's not necessarily for me. I have to really see you in person. I really have to have that connection, like what that vibe is, to really see if like there really is a true connection. But it's harder. I feel like it's harder to date in my late 30s. It is. I don't have what people call baggage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I mean? Like I'm very clear on who I am as a woman. I'm very clear on what path I'm trying to go. So like I know myself. I'm very sure of myself. And sometimes that can be very intimidating, you know? And it just it makes it really hard because sometimes a guy doesn't really know like how he fits, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really challenging. It's really hard, you know? Well, y'all don't know because y'all are married. So
Well,
Well,
she can't tell you about dating in her
30s.
her
Well, I can
30s,
tell
but
you about my
what about
20s.
dating in your 20s compared to your 20s?
Let's say 20s compared to high school or something.
Sure.
Or 20s compared to teens.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, back then when, you know, high school and my teenage years, I've dated, you know, it was like I was more so, okay, well, let me help mold this person into whatever. Let me help, you know, this person out. Let me help this person out. Like I didn't care if you didn't have anything or whatever. It was just like about, oh, I like this person. Let me be with this person, and I'll help him get to wherever he needs to be. That's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
Teens. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I got to grow into the woman that I am. I got this. You know, I found myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be taking care of no man. I'm not gonna be doing
Right.
any of this stuff for no.
Right.
If they don't come with me, if they don't come to me with their stuff together, then
Yeah.
I don't got time to be starting all over because I know my
Yeah.
stuff together. So
Right.
ever since then, I can probably count on one hand how many men I dated that were around my age. I never
Mm-hmm.
like I've always dated older men because
Mm-hmm.
I've always been mature for my age and I know what I want, and that's just a lot of women was not like that. That was my age.
Yeah.
So I went out looking for the man, and that was mature, older. And
Yeah.
everyone I've been with that's older than me always told me, you know, you're the youngest I've ever been with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never dated young girls or whatever. It's just the fact that you're just so mature. You know, all the oldies, and my grandma raised me, my grandparents raised me. So of course I got that old soul as well.
Yeah. I feel like dating in my 20s was like an experiment. It feels like it was an experiment. Because I dated men and I dated women. Like my longest relationship was with a woman for 5 years.
Mm.
And like I don't have that desire to be with a woman. It's all changed for me now in my 30s, but I feel like my 20s was like a true, like a lab experiment.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Well, my dating in my 20s, the beginning part was fun because I was in college. So it wasn't really dating, it was enjoying the college experience.
Yeah. I understand.
No player. No, I
Yeah.
mean,
But no, it's nothing wrong with that. I feel like you should experience life. You should experience things at a young age. Why not? So you know what it is that you want and what you like.
yeah, and that's how it was. Unless I was in a relationship, it's just having fun, enjoying it. And once I got into my 30s and I broke up with my ex, it was more come down. I experienced the dating app. I used it, doing
Yeah.
I was on Match.com, Plenty of Fish. I met my wife on Plenty of Fish. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so it was
Oh, so it works.
yeah, it worked for me. I actually know
We have another couple that's our friends that they met on POF as well.
yeah, I know at least
Okay, let me write that down.
couples that I know at least couples that got married off of POF. My one friend wedding, he tried to get POF to sponsor his wedding.
I hear that. I ain't even mad at that.
and it was out in Tampa too. That's the
Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, match. You know, I figured that'd be the one where because you got to pay for that one. So I'm like,
You do have to pay for it. I clearly didn't.
That's where you think like, oh, I'm gonna find the best ones because like that's people that's invested. You know, like they trying to really find something and stuff. So
yeah,
it was I mean, it was good. Like I said, you go on dates, but it could be expensive if you go on too many.
Well, just like you, I want to actually meet a man. I never thought about dating sites. Never. I know it's not me. I like to meet someone in person and get the vibe.